स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदामयम् ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
Hare Krishna. Thank you everyone for joining us today. Such a nice evening. It's sunny weather, warm weather, getting warm. Thank you for joining us today. Today is a festival of and we are celebrating also Bhagavad Gītā. It's a festival of Sita-Navami and Bhagavad Gītā. It's a very special exhibition here today. If you see a little behind, there is a table. On that table there are many Bhagavad Gītas ornamented, decorated. Many different languages. Around 61 languages, Anjit Prabhu told me. Maybe more. Here we have 61 languages. In the world of AI, it looks okay. Yeah, more languages. Yeah, but these are printed not by the AI. They are the hard work of some Prabhupada devotees who have written these. They are not just impersonal translations. There are impersonal translations and heartful translations. They are heartful translations. Bhavartha, Bhav Anuvad, Bhava. One is just a translation, just word meaning. Second is Bhavanuvad. What is the meaning behind those translations? So they are very beautiful. So in the last part of today's session, we will have a very nice presentation by Divya Mataji. So on Ananjit Prabhu, those I think. So we'll hear more on that. Today we thought we'll cover something from Bhagavad Gītā, a very special chapter. Chapter name is Purushottam Yoga. Yeah, Purushottam Yoga. Purushottam Yoga means the union with the Supreme. Very soon, from few days from now, there is a month coming. Do you know which month? Which month is this? April. Right? And in Vedic language, which is month this month?
Vesak.
Right. And now, 17th of May, there is another month going to start from a Vedic calendar. The name of that month is
पुरुषोत्तम
Purushottam. Who knows Purushottam month?
थोड़ा
खुल
सा
के बात कीजिए माता जी. Who knows Purushottam month? Okay. Very nice. Few knows. That means not many of us know what is Purushottam month. So the Vedic calendar is two-tier calendar. One is lunar calendar, other is solar calendar. How many days in solar calendar? 365 and something, little more. Yeah, little more. Say 365 days in solar calendar. And the lunar calendar is monthly calendar. And in the lunar calendar, how many days? 29 and a half days. Yeah. If now you calculate 29 and a half day times 12, it comes to the number 354. 354-ish, right? So which means the solar calendar and the lunar calendar has a gap of how many days every year? 10, 11 days. Right? Now if every year this gap comes, keep coming, then the season will start falling differently, right? Diwali will come in maybe in April. No? So the season, because every festival, every Vedic festival has a mood with the season and the Sankranti, the solar different rashis, what we call it? Yeah. So then every third year in the Vedic culture, 1 month is adjusted, right? And this month is called Purushottam month. This month is also called Malmas. Malmas. Why? Because from a Karmakand standpoint, you cannot do any auspicious activity in this month. It's a Malmas, rejected month, right? This is a rejected month. But then Krishna said that I will accept this month. He accepted this month. And he named this month because all the months are the personalities. Person. Like I am a person, you are a person, everyone is a person, right? The same way the spiritual realm is a personal realm. It's not an impersonal realm. Everything has a personality behind it. The months have the personalities behind it. Kartik month, right? Radharani's month. So the Purushottam month, Krishna said, I give you that name. And what is the name? Purushottam. Right? And in the Bhagavad Gītā, the 15th chapter name is also Purushottam Yoga. So what we'll try today, because we have some more presentation also, we'll try to do it today, little bit a quick introduction to this 15th chapter, and the next session when we have, we'll go into little more detail to next session. And it is very, very auspicious. It is very, very auspicious for nurturing our bhakti, devotional services, if we read this chapter every day in the Purushottam month. So we have many vratas, right? We take many vratas. Okay, I have this vrata, this vrata, this vrata. For the Purushottam month, the vratas are basically around invoking or increasing our devotional services for the Purushottam, who is the boss, the head of this month. Purushottam, right? And it has many times the effect of what you do in every month, right? It's like we always say, like Kartik month coming, it's like you say a Black Friday coming, you pay less and get more, right? Or maybe Prime days, many same way. These are the months that are very special months. So we can always take some little bit vows to do something, and one of the vow can be just reading this chapter. If just read the translation, it takes maybe 10 to 15 minutes only, and we can sit with the family, we'll recite Sanskrit, we'll try it. It has 2 meters when we'll recite today, and I'll also send you on the group how the meters you can recite it. There are 2 meters, different meters. Recite the Sanskrit because of Krishna's word, and also recite the translation, which is Prabhupada's heartfelt translation for the words of Krishna in English. English or whatever language you want. We have 61 languages here. Okay, so are you with me?
Yes.
Okay, so then let's start it. Okay, let's start with the Gita Mahatmya. Gita Mahatmya is by Shankaracharya. So it's a very sweet relishment of the glories of Bhagavad Gita. It's in Sanskrit and then we do it in English also. Hari, can you send it in a group also so that everyone can read it? All have access? You can see either on...
Okay. Pranav, send me again.
Kya? The link?
I have sent you also, Mataji.
नहीं वो चलो WhatsApp ना
I just sent you.
WhatsApp to
I think आ गया है.
I sent her.
Okay.
Okay, let's start it. Gita Shastramiddam Punyam
शास्त्रमिदं पुण्यं
Ya Pathet Priyatat Punva
पठेत् प्रयातः
Vishnu Padam Apnoti
विष्णुपदम् आप्नोति
Vaishokadi Varchitah
शोकादिवर्जितः.
One who with a regulated mind recites with devotion this Bhagavad Gītā, scripture which is the bestower of all virtue, will attain to a holy abode such as Vaikuntha, the residence of Lord Vishnu, which is always free from the mundane qualities based on fear and lamentation.
So just by recitation of this is a benediction. Just reciting the Bhagavad Gita. Gita Dhyana Shilasya
गीताध्यानशीलस्य
Pranayam Parasya Cha
प्राणायाम परस्य च
Naiva Shantihi Papani
नैव शान्तिः पापानि
Purva Janma Katani Cha
पूर्वजन्मकृतानि च.
If one reads Bhagavad Gita very sincerely and with all seriousness, then by the grace of the Lord, the reactions of his past misdeeds will not act upon him.
So biggest baggage we all carry is our past actions. Today's action we know. Maybe we know. Maybe we don't know. But we have a lot of baggage. So Krishna says here, the Shankaracharya is saying here, he says, if you recite it sincerely, I want to hear it nicely. All is done. All reactions are cleaned up. Next one. Mal nirmochanam pumsam
मलिनोचनं पुंसां
Jala snanam dine
जलस्नानं दिने दिने
Sakrit Gītāmrit snanam
सकृद्गीतामृतस्नानं
Samsara malnashanam
संसारमलनाशनम्.
One may cleanse himself daily by taking a bath in water. But if one takes a bath even once in the sacred Ganges water of Bhagavad Gita, for him the dirt of material life is altogether vanquished.
Haribol. It's a very sweet rendition. Gita sugita kartavya
गीता सुगीता कर्तव्या
Kimanne shastra vistrai
किमन्ये शास्त्रविस्त्रये
Ya swayam padmanabhasya
या स्वयं पद्मनाभस्य
Mukh padmad vinistita
मुखपद्माविनिश्रितः.
Because Bhagavad Gita is spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one need not read any other Vedic literature. One need only attentively and regularly hear and read Bhagavad Gita. In the present age, people are so absorbed in mundane activities that it is not possible for them to read all the Vedic literatures. But this is not necessary. This one book, Bhagavad Gita, will suffice, because it is the essence of all Vedic literatures, and especially because it is spoken by Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Bhartamrit sarvasvam
Bhartamrit sarvasvam
Vishnu vakrad vinishatam
Vishnu vakrad vinishatam
Gita gango pradakam pitva
Gita gangodakam pitva
Punarjanmana vidyate
Punarjanmana vidyate.
One who drinks the water of the Ganges attains salvation. So what to speak of one who drinks the nectar of Bhagavad Gītā? Bhagavad Gītā is the essential nectar of the Mahabharata, and it is spoken by Lord Krishna himself, the original Vishnu.
Sarvo Punishudo Gavo
Sarvo Upanishado Gavo
Dogda Gopala Nandana
Dogda Gopala Nandana
Partho Vatsa Sudhir Bhokta
Partho Vatsa Sudhir Bhokta
Dugdam Gitamritam Maha
Dugdam Gitamritam Maha.
This Gita Upanishad, Bhagavad Gītā, the essence of all the Upanishads, is just like a cow, and Lord Krishna, who is famous as a cowherd boy, is milking this cow. Arjuna is just like a calf, and learned scholars and pure devotees are to drink the nectarian milk of Bhagavad Gītā.
So we can also be a calf of Krishna. Tum dhundo mujhe gopal mein khoi gaiya teri. So if you want to listen to him, it's a Bhagavad Gītā, because he is speaking this Bhagavad Gītā not only to Arjuna, but for all of us. So it's a personal message to all of us. So if we try sincerely to open the pages of Bhagavad Gītā, whatever language you want, please try. And the last one, Ekam Shastram Devaki Putra Geetam
Ekam Shastram Devaki Putra Geetam
Eko Devo Devaki Putra Eva
Eko Devo Devaki Putra Eva
Eko Mantrastasya Namani Yani
Eko Mantrastasya Namani Yani
Karmapi Ekam Tasya Devasya Seva
Karmapyekam Tasya Devasya Seva.
There need to be only one holy scripture, the divine Gita sung by Lord Shri Krishna. Only one worshipable Lord, Lord Shri Krishna. Only one mantra, his holy names, and only one duty, devotional service unto the supreme worshipable Lord, Shri Krishna.
Hari Bo.
Hari Bo.
It's a very beautiful presentation of the glories of Bhagavad Gītā. Can you put that picture of no, which I need? I did it. Not this one. One more. No. You put it on desktop. Because before we start, I want to show you something. Otherwise, you need to get to this. Do you see this picture? What is there? There's a tree. And there's a shadow of tree. You remember this picture? Because when we are reading the first verse, you need to remember this. Then I'll explain you with a different picture, but this is the first picture. Is it okay? Okay, so how many verses in in chapter 15? 20 only. It's the smallest chapter of Bhagavad Gītā, right? But if you say, Prabhu, how do I get the essence of Bhagavad Gītā? Which verses should I read? Maybe we can say some other chapters or other verses also. But this 20 verses covers everything of Bhagavad Gītā, everything. So let's try to read it together. 10, 15, 1. And why this chapter is so important? Because it gives the purpose of the life, purpose of human life. We all have different goals, different purposes, but then Krishna here very clearly speaking the purpose of the human life and also how to achieve it. Both are there. Your first verse? Yes. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha
Urdhmulam Adha Shakham
Urdhmulam Adha Shakham
Ashvatham Prahuravayam
Ashvatham Prahuravayam
Chandasi yasya parnani
छन्दांसि यस्य पर्णानि
yastam veda sa veda ved
यस्तं वेद स वेदवेद
ऊर्ध्व मूलम अधः शाखम ऊर्ध्व मूलम मूल क्या होता है जी व्हाट इज मूल रूट ऊर्ध्व माने ऊपर ऊर्ध्व इज ऊपर on the top मूलम इज जड़ ऊर्ध्व मूलम अधः शाखम शाखा मतलब branches adha means downwards upward is the root and downward is the branches. It's the opposite tree. Ashwatham prahuravyam. And the name of this tree is Ashwatham. Ashwatham mane banyan tree. Banyan tree. Can you show that tree once more? Yes. Ashwatham. It's a banyan tree. Just this is not a banyan tree, but assume this is a banyan tree. And it has a roots upward and the branches downward. Where do you see that? Reflection. In the reflection you see that, right? Let's read further. Chhamdansi yasya pranani yasya veda sa vedavid. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, it is said that there is an imperishable banyan tree that has its roots upwards and its branches downwards, and whose leaves are the Vedic hymns. One who knows this tree is a knower of Vedas. So today, if any of you can explain this tree, that means we can say you are a Vedavid. Knower of the Vedas. Not yet. Hold your guns. Next one. Adashcha chodam pratitascha shakha guna pravidha vishaya pravala adashcha mulani anusantatani karmanubandhini manushya loke. Now Krishna further explains this trees. He says the branches of this tree extend downwards and upwards, nourished by the three modes of material nature. The twigs are the objects of their senses. This tree also has roots going down, and these are the bound to the fruitive actions of human society. Now let me explain, you give a little bit a hint what is happening here. But before that, let's read next one verse more, and then we'll explain. Narupamasya tathopalabhyate Nanto nachadin nach sampratishtha Ashwatam menam suvimudha moola Asanga shastrena drinena chitva Tata padam tat parimargitavyam Yasmin gatana nivartanti bhuya Tameva chadyam purusham prapadye Yata pravitti prasita purani The real form of this tree cannot be perceived in this world. The real form of this tree you can perceive in this world, but the real form of this tree you cannot perceive in this world. No one can understand where it ends, where it begins, and where its foundation is. But with determination, one must cut this strongly rooted tree with weapon of detachment. Thereafter, one must seek that place from which, having gone, one never returns, and there surrender to that Supreme Personality of Godhead, from whom everything began, and from whom everything has extended since time immemorial. Let's try to now decode it. Three verses. Krishna gives all the everything about this world and that world, the spiritual sky and the material sky. Now, if you remember the reflection of the tree, the tree is reflecting on a water, right? And the water, Prabhupada mentioned in his commentaries, he said this water is a water of desires. So there is a spiritual sky where we all belong. The soul belongs to the sky. But then I have a choice. I chose that I want to enjoy a world separate from Krishna. And then the world is created out of my desire, which is this world, and that reflects. So the same tree, which is a real tree, is reflecting perversely, opposite. It has, so the roots are up and the branches are down. And all the fruitive activities which keep doing, so we keep doing the activities based on our material modes. All are entangling us in this tree. All are entangling us in this tree. Which means, kabhi is dal, to kabhi उस डाल और कभी डाल कोई पात ऐसा भी बोलते हैं कभी डाल कभी पात so sometime I go to the branches which are the lower branches. Maybe I take a birth as a dog, a hog, a fish, a cat, you name it. Sometime I am in a branches which are the humanly plane. Sometimes the branches are demigods. You do some nice activities and you get a designation of a demigod. But then this all part of material world, and the material world has a peculiar specification. What is that? It's a place of miseries and temporary impermanence. Yeah. Dukhalyam ashashvatam. Can you feel it?
Yes.
So someone say, okay, I'm very happy, Prabhu, there's no problem. In my life, there's no problem. I mean, it's rare to find this soul. This kind of person who says, I have no problem in my life. Very rare to find. But if at all we find someone, then we ask, okay, is it now your situation permanent? Answer is no. Because one day there will be a call. We have to drop everything here and then go back. Right? So therefore, in this third and fourth verse, Krishna gives actually very clear indication. He said, don't always desire to live in this tree which is perverted reflection. Right? Because we are stuck here because of one thing. What is that? Desires. So try to shift that desire piece. Because everything starts with desire. You have a desire today to have a Mercedes car. Okay, you don't have money, so you start earning toward that. You have a desire to become a doctor. You start moving toward that, right? And then the material nature helps you. Sometimes it doesn't help you. Sometimes it helps. Okay, and you move to your destination. Maybe yes, maybe no. But at least you have always a desire, ambition in your life, right? So Krishna here gives a very clear ambition to all of us. What is that ambition? He says, thereafter one must seek that place from which, having gone, one never returns, and there surrender to that Supreme Personality of Godhead, from whom everything began and from whom everything has extended since time immemorial. So what we need to go there and do? Surrender. But that surrender doesn't happen there. This surrender happens here. And that is the last ending of Bhagavad Gītā when Krishna says, Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Let's move forward. So the question comes, okay, Krishna, I want to be there. That, do you have any checklist, the qualification list, which I need to do? Let's read that qualification. Nirmana moha chitta sanga dosha.
Nirmana moha chitta sanga dosha.
Adhyatma nitya vinivritta kama.
Adhyatma nitya vinivritta kama.
Vande vimukta sukha dukkha sangai.
Vande vimukta sukha dukkha sangai.
Gachanti amura padam avyayamta.
Gachanti amura padam avyayamta.
So he gives a qualification. Who can reach that place? He says, who is free from false prestige? Let's raise our hand now. Right. Who is free from the false prestige? No. Illusion. Who is say I am not illusioned? At least I am not saying. False association. Yes, we have. We have this nice association. So maybe we like it or not, we have a lot of association coming from here and there, no? False association. Who understand the eternal and who is done with the materialist. Who says, अब और कुछ नहीं चाहिए. Who is done with the materialist. Do you need something? Do you have a checklist? Yeah, have it. It's still in Amazon. It's still in some places, or still places to go. Right. You say, okay, nothing more. Yeah. But then, what he says more, who are freed from dualities of happiness and distress, who unbewildered know how to surrender unto Supreme Person, attain that eternal. But if you read it, when you read it only like this, you will feel that I'm not there. This place is not for me then. Because who will fill this criteria, tick, 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 all these criteria? It's a heavy duty, right? But then, understand one thing. If Krishna is saying this thing, will he give you a test which is you will fail? Does he have intention of reciting a Bhagavad Gītā to all of us, saying, read Bhagavad Gītā, and then he knows you cannot do it? We need to trust him. If he says, he means it. And if he says that we are eligible for this destination, but only thing is, we need to have a desire, and then we need to try. And one of the try is just reading the Bhagavad Gītā, just simply reading and telling Krishna, I am not there. Oh Srila Prabhupada, oh Gurudev, I am not there. Can you help? Can you help? That is the only way of surrender. Just saying, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Can you give cheer? You can come here, Mataji. Radhik, you sit here. Okay, there. Okay, next one. So then he gives this qualification. They look very high, but they are not. If we follow a path, if we follow a process. Okay, next one. न तद्भास्यते सूर्यो न शशांको न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम. That supreme abode of mind is not illumined by sun or moon, nor by fire or electricity. They don't need oil to run the show. No? You don't need oil. Those who reach it never returns to this material world. Next one, very beautiful. Mamaivansho jivaloke jivabhuta sanatana manashrashtani indriyani prakriti sthani karshati. Now he tells about us. He says, Mamai vansho jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana. The living entity in this conditioned world are my eternal fragmental parts. They are my parts. But then, what is the struggle they have? Manah shashtani indriyani prakriti sthani karshati. Due to conditioned life, they are struggling very hard with 6 senses, which includes the mind. The biggest problem of this world is mind. Dil hai dimaag nahi, no? Kabhi usko, we need this, sometime we need this, or sometime we need that. ये दिल है के मानता नहीं. This heart, this mind never is satisfied with anything. So he understands this thing. He says, okay, yes, this is a fact. But then he will give solution. But let's move forward. Let's see what he tells more, and then he'll give a solution also for this. शरीरं यद्वाप्नोति
शरीरं यद्वाप्नोति
यच्चापि उत्क्रामितमतीश्वरः
यच्चापि उत्क्रामीश्वरः
विद्वैतानि संयाति
विद्वैतानि संयाति
वायुगन्धानि निवाशया
वायुगन्धानि निवाशया.
The living entity in this material world carries his different conceptions of life from one body to another. As we leave the body, we call it death, say, as someone dies, he immediately gets a new package, new bundle. New bundle, what is the base of that bundle? Whatever is my desire at that time. I needed this Libara bundle or whatever the Kepian bundle, so that bundle is produced for you. And now Krishna explains this bundle. What kind of package is this? He says, as the air carries the aromas, when the air passes from a filthy place, it takes a filthy aroma. If it passes through a very fragrant place, it takes a very nice fragrance. Right? It's the same way that the conception of whatever life we have, it's carried to our next life. We carry that package. Thus, it takes one kind of body and again quits to take another. Next one. Shotram chakshuspashanam cha
Shotram chakshuspashanam cha
Rasnam ghranameva cha
Rasam ghanameva cha
Adhishnaya manashyayam
Adhishtaya manashyayam
Vishnyanupasevate.
Vishnyanupasevate.
The living entity, having taken another gross body, obtains a certain types of ear, eye, tongue, nose, sense of touch, which are grouped about the mind. We thus enjoy a particular set of sense objects. Do you get it? Can anyone explain this to me? Ravi?
Based on desire, he gets the next
Bird.
Based on the desires, the living entity gets a new body. And in this package, it has a different ear. It can hear from the far. It has a different smell. It can smell anything. Right? We can see it. We know it, right? Our pets have some very strong senses. The sense of touch is different for the animals. The sparrows, the bird, the beast, they have different senses. So Krishna is clearly saying that living entity then takes a package which is different maybe from other package. And what is the desire? It's all my desires. So it is very, very important to watch our desires. अगर किसी को पैराग्लाइडिंग अच्छी लगती है, if he wants to live a paragliding life, so nature is very, very merciful. Nature is very, very merciful. He will give you a body of maybe eagle. Maybe you keep flying for half an hour, 2 hours up, and someone say, I like swimming a lot. I'm not saying that okay, it's a bad or something. If you make it a passion or that you want to live and die for anything, so it's not a question of now paragliding. I'm not trying to make something that is good or bad. I'm not judging that point. But I'm saying if that is your taste, then you become that. If someone wants to just sleep, he say, "Sone to mujhko bhi thoda aur sona." You nicely sleep 6 months actually. Why not? As a polar bear. 6 months. 6 months you sleep nicely. No one will disturb you. So we need to be very, very watchful because we have 3 modes. Tamogun, Rajagun, Satagun. If entire life I live in the mode of a Tamogun, then Prabhupada mentions, he said that you will get a Adogati. Adogati means the bodies of animals. If someone lives a body of a passionate life, he may get a body of a human. And a goodness, you may get a body of even demigods. If you live in a body of a goodness. Is it clear so far? Yes.
Prabhu ji, जो desires हैं, these are throughout our lifetime span or just towards the end that जो mind में होता है, so towards death when you mentioned कि उस time पे जो आप चाहते हो वैसे आप transcend कर जाते हो next body में.
So the Mataji's question is the desires are at that point of time when we are leaving the body or now? Anyone want to answer? Leaving the body. Prabhu is saying leaving the body. Is it correct? Who says is it correct? So desire is at the time of leaving the body or before the body? Before now. Now current desire or that time?
Current maybe.
Current.
Not current like last desire, like जब आप सोचते आ रहे हो long time, that becomes your last desire.
जो बोया है वो काटेंगे. Right. So the thing is, actually, it is like a samskara. Have you heard the word samskaras? What is a samskar? Samskar in a very in a language we can say grooves. You have take a log of wood and you start cutting that with maybe not a very sharp knife, very rounded knife, little every day, and you start see that a groove is coming in that groove. Right? Entire life, whatever our grooves are, we are cutting groove every day. When you are interacting with someone, when you are eating something, when you are watching the reels, when you are doing anything, we are cutting those grooves. Right? Some grooves are eating grooves. I love eating bhel puri, sambar dosa. There is a list of the food which I have a groove, very strong groove. Someone has a groove of watching something, right? Maybe some nasty things. Something here, violence. Some has a grooves of just seeing a violence all the time. Right? So what happens? The deepest your groove is, at the time of death, it's like have you seen the audio player where we have a long big disc? है ना? क्या बोलते थे उसको? Gramophone. Gramophone has a disc. It will play a disc, and then you have a needle, and you pick the needle and put that in any track or sector. It will say play that song, right? So what happens at the time of leaving the body? This gramophone starts working. Whatever is the deepest groove, the needle will go there. Tick. If you have a lot of your hankering or affection for your pet, like I have a cat or a dog, I was such a strong, who will take care of it? Who will take care of him? Who will take care of him if I die? Because it's affection. Your heart goes there. Tuck. And then you get a body of, you're a nice pet in someone's hand, moving on. Prabhu saying, move on. So what we do is that, yes. Is it okay? Is it okay? Let's read 2-3 more verses and then we stop here. Next one. Utkramantam sitam vapi Gunjanam va gunanvitam Vimurananu pashyanti Pashyanti jnana chakshushaha. Krishna says Vimura nanu pashyanti. Vimura क्या बोलते हैं? Foolish. He says the foolish cannot understand how a living entity can quit his body, nor can they understand what sort of body he enjoys under the spell of the modes of nature. But one whose eyes are trained in knowledge can see all this. Now, if you read Bhagavad Gītā every time, every day, Krishna will give you that knowledge to see everything as it is. What is the title of this book? Bhagavad Gītā? As it is. As it is, you will see from the eyes of Krishna, because that is how Srila Prabhupada has written all the Bhagavad Gītā, as it is. So he says, okay, so you have a book for knowledge, so we need not to be in the category of Vimura. Next one. Yatanto yoginaschainam Pashyanti atmani avasthitam Yatanto pi akritmano Nainam
Enom pashyantyachetasah.
The endeavoring transcendentalists who are situated in self-realization can see all this clearly, but those whose minds are not developed and who are not situated in self-realization cannot see what is taking place, though may try to. So, if we are not self-realized, and what is the self-realization means? Self-realization means that I understand what is my purpose of life, what is my relationship with the Krishna, with God, and that relationship is a master and the servant. Once we realize that, then we can see everything which is taking place. If not, then under the covering of illusion, we will see everything but will not see anything. Nanu pashyanti vimudhatma. Hare Krishna. So today we'll stop here, and we have some more verses to cover, 9, which we'll cover in the next session. Maybe we'll read these verses again once more to have a connection, and then complete chapter, so that it will be preparation for you to read, if you can want to read in Purushottam month every day all these verses together with your family, your friends. Hare Krishna. So now we have a very beautiful presentation today on this exhibition and the story of Bhagavad Gītā. Hare Krishna. Good to see you.
First, we have the kids' presentation.
Okay, we have a kids presentation before. Very nice.
The younger generation about the Bhagavad Gītā.
So, the young ones.
Younger.
You want to come this side, Mataji, right? Do you need chair or something?
The boys can sit there together.
Or stand? Because otherwise everyone can see them.
Yeah, they can sit.
You can.
But will you sit or stand? They want to sit.
Okay, you want to sit? Do you need rhythm?
Maybe he can have. You think shall be done? To the enorm.
Relax. Relax.